Facebook, I thank you for joining me on a not so good day, but a day that a great man has passed. General Collin Powell, phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal figure. I know I was blown away by him. I'm sure all of you were blown away by him, by his example, by just a brother, just doing what he did. It was like Collin. Democrat or Republican, they had to honor him and obey him. Him. What blew me away the most, what impressed me the most with Colin Powell was his relationship with his wife, Alma. That single handedly blew me away. So I did some research on Colin Powell, and there's one thing he said, and you guys, I want you all to consider this because I want you to ask yourself, how would it impact your marriage? If your spouse said, we got to change the M in me, we got to change the M in me to the W in we. I'm going to say that one more time. We got to change the M in me to the W in we. And I just thought that was profound. And so for all of you out there listening, I thank you for joining me. If you agree that is a profound rule to govern your relationship by, type a 1 in the browser, because we really do have to stop and say me or we. So I don't know Cold Hall personally. Not going to sit here and say I did. I have tremendous respect for him, but I know that marriage type because those couples come into my office for tune-ups. They come in for tune-ups. They've been married 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And yes, they still do. I know that may shock you. Like, why would a happy couple come to see a marital psychologist, right? You would think that they would not, but they do all the time. And they come and they'll stay for several sessions. Some of them will even send their kids. But I want to talk about what's different about those types of couples that say, I'm going to take the M in me and turn it to a W in we. Y'all do me a favor, go to the browser and ask, are you more focused on the M in me or the W in we? Or would you want your spouse to change from the me to we? So go to the browser, type that in. Anyways, just an important time. So what do these couples share? What do these couples share? So it's weird. It's like universally, they go by the adage, and this is for you and your spouse. They go by this basic adage that you can get everything in the world you want if you will just help your spouse get what they want. You could get everything you want if you will help your spouse get what they want. So when these couples fight, so there's two ways you could resolve a conflict, right? You could, well, four, but you could create win-loses or lose-wins. I'm sorry. You create win-loses or win-wins, right? These couples always create win-wins. So I was talking to one of these couples one time, and they broke it down for me, you guys. This is a nugget. They said, if you want to be happy, you got to ask yourself, are you willing to give up being right? If you want to be happy, are you willing to give up being right? I said, what do you mean? I swear, this couple was in their 70s. They said, well, to be right means you're going to create win-loses, but you're going to feel really right and you're going to feel justified and your anger is going to last a long time. But if you want to be effective or happy, you'll create win-wins. You guys go to the browsers. I want you to be honest with yourself. That is a nugget, isn't it? So what do you do? Do you value being right or do you value being happy? So I'm going to be honest with y'all. My first reaction is I'm right. Being right, face it, y'all. It's a very intoxicating, it's an incredible feeling to be right. Just to feel like I'm right. But it don't last that long. Don't get me wrong. When you tell your friends, they agree you right. They say, oh, yeah, dude, she's at it. He's at it again, whatever your situation. And you don't realize you're telling, well, you do, but they don't realize you're telling them a distorted view by which right and the other person is wrong. Probably not the case. More times than not, the other side has just an important view, just as an important view. So if you want to be effective, you guys, couples come in my office. Usually this is one of the things that I try to get them to do. I tell them when they get this simple message, they can fire me. If you want to be effective, If you want to be effective, do what the Powells did. It's counterintuitive, but when you and your spouse's emotional needs are clashing, I want you to say, what's one thing that's right about their position? I want them to say, what's one thing's right about your position? And whoever does that the best, they win. They win the argument. They win the argument. I guarantee you, your marriage will improve dramatically. See, we think that if I say any part of what you say is right, we're caving. That is the power of acknowledgement, is realizing we're not caving. I'm not agreeing with you necessarily. I mean, I agree there's some validity to what you got to say. I married you, you would think, that I think something about you, and I think that you're smart and you're trying to give it your all. But when I say fake news, y'all know that line Donald Trump says, y'all be honest, go to the browser, type of effing. How many times have you said fake news to your spouse? Okay, that ain't going to get that many responses. So now I'm going to ask you to do the opposite. How many times has your spouse said fake news to you? Like you tell them, babe, I want more quality time. I get all these gifts you're giving me, but we need some we time. I want a gift of us. Or it's physical touch. Babe, we got to kind of get it in a little bit more. So you keep giving them gifts and their love language is physical touch, or their love language is quality time. Fake news, you are not creating a win-win, you are creating a win-lose. Don't get me wrong, you might have a lot of nice looking shoes in your closet, but your marriage is in trouble. And that's the thing that I got from the Powells, is that we got to take the me out, the M out of me, and put a W with we. And so I just really want to emphasize that for you all. Collin Powell, great American, will be sorely missed. Amazing marriage. I couldn't imagine. Okay, I can tell you the secret. I admired him for what he did, and he paved the way for Barack Obama, but he did not run. He didn't run for president of the United States because it was a focus on me. And the focus on we, she didn't want to deal with that, and she was scared he would not make it to the White House or through his term. And she didn't want to be a widow. So anyways, that is some powerful we, because me, my ego, like, dude, I get to the White House, I ain't never got to come out. So I just say all that. I know you guys are mourning. I want you to go to the browser, maybe share any story or facts you have about this great American hero, really. It's like, wow, he was just a man in his life. I appreciate it. But more so about his marriage and how you can learn a lesson, how we all can have a lesson learned from that amazing man and his wife, who we love just dearly. Anyways, this is Dr. Shane, Mindset Shift Monday. The mindset shift is going from me, the M in me, to the W in we. See you next week, same time, same channel. Always a pleasure. African American Marriage Counseling with Dr. Shane. Make it a great day, you all. I know y'all see me looking down at the thing. I tried to be cool, but I couldn't. Anyways, have fun. I'll see you around.